in my life. I have someone who needs me, someone I needed so long. For once unafraid, I can go where life leads me. Somehow I know I'll be strong. For once I can touch what my heart used to dream of long before I knew.
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey, everybody.
This is Corey.
And this is Chutney.
And we are young, black, educated, and in love.
love.
And we want to welcome you back for the 5th episode.
Cinco.
We thank everyone who has tuned in and who has been showing us support. To start things off, I want to give props to my beautiful fiance, Chutney, for the start of her YouTube show, which is Wounded But Not Dead. Tune into that. It's every other Thursday. My show comes the opposite Thursdays.
Subscribe to our channel.
Yes, subscribe to the channel. Please do. And so we want you to tune into that. She talks about unhealthy relationships and getting over that. And secondly, we want to talk about my book, Through the Eyes of a Man, The Truth About College Dating Revealed to Women. And please, please, please get a copy of it and give it to a young lady that's going to college, currently in college. You graduated from college, 52, 82, 92, 150. It don't matter how old she is.
Speaking of numbers, it is how much?
Oh, it's only $11.99, so please go out and get it from my website, which is CoreyGuyton.com, or you can get the Kindle version for only $8.99 off my website also.
All right.
And so for today's topic, we're going to let Chutney open up and discuss why we're talking about today's topic and what today's topic is. So go ahead, babe.
So Corey and I have both had several young people to come and ask us, not just young people, but several people in general, to come and ask us about the issue of exes and past relationships.
Exes, dun, 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 dun.
And how those relationships fit into a current relationship, or even how they do not fit into a current relationship. And so the question they most often ask is, do you have to cut off someone from your past simply because you were romantically involved with that person? So romantically, I mean sexually, or there was some type of feeling somewhere in the midst of the two of you. So the short answer to that question is
yes, you cut their butt off. No, we joking. No, you don't. No.
We're joking. There really, the point to that is that there really is no short answer to it. There's no surefire way to handle that situation, because it depends on the two people in the current relationship. It depends on your relationship with the person from your past. There's so many different variables, but Corey and I are going to tell you from our perspective, and I'll let him kind of start in on that part.
And so to give you a basic answer of how we answer the question for our relationship, the issue comes in when a person from the past try to bring the past into the present. Let me break that back for one more time.
I don't think they call it.
The issue is when the person from the past try to bring. Let me stop. The issue is when a person from the past try to bring the past into the present or the future. And so basically trying to reminisce on things, all those things. And we're going to talk about that in a little more detail. So Chutney is going to give you 3 things that is the basis of how we handled this situation.
So you may remember, if you've been watching our series or following our series, there were 3 key concepts or 3 key practices, foundational concepts or cornerstones that we always try to practice in our relationship, and that have helped us to get through several situations in our relationship. And those 3 things are respect, trust, and communication. And so those 3 things come back into play again with this same scenario, and we are going to take you through each of those 3 things and how implementing them and utilizing them in your relationship can help you through this situation with the exes and past relationships.
And I think to start, we do communicate with some people we had a past with. And so I think we better start off by saying that we actually allow that in our relationship. And so that's why we're going to talk about these 3 things and how we determine who we keep in our relationships. So.
And we're drawing off of those experiences to tell you what we're about to tell you. So communication being the first thing. And I'm looking down at my notes, so bear with me. But in communication, you want to make sure that it's open and that it's honest. You want to make sure to always keep that line of communication open between you and your significant other. And it's not that you have to tell your significant other about every single person that you dated in your past. That's
Right.
just not realistic. It's not even relevant or necessary. But we do believe that you should talk to your significant other about people that you are currently associating with from your past. So a past boyfriend that you still communicate with, that still checks up on you, that you still ask about, a past girlfriend that the two of you have become kind of like a brother-sister type of relationship. So we do think that it's important that those people, and the extent those people are, you tell your significant other about those people, and you tell your significant other the extent of the relationship that you currently have with those people from your past.
Okay, and the second point is respect. And respect to maintain your relationship while keeping another person person from the past in your relationship. And the first thing is you have to respect the person you're with. Chutney, I have to respect her feelings. I have to respect her opinion on the situation. So when I do communicate to her, okay, this is a person from my past. This was the nature of our relationship, the nature of our friendship, and I have to respect how she responds to that. If she doesn't want that person in my life, then it becomes a question of what is important to me. Is the person from the past or the person that I'm with? And I think we're going to get the trust, but I think once you build enough trust, then I respect her, and I think she would trust me with the people from the past. But that respect is key. And then another thing is the person from your past have to respect your current situation. That's what's the most important.
Right.
Is not saying they have to absolutely just love everything about your relationship. No. But they at least have to respect your significant other enough to not try to bring up those things from the past. Respect them enough to at least try to just... what am I trying to say? I don't even know what I'm trying to say.
Well, they have to respect the fact that you've moved on. They have to respect the fact that you are now in a new relationship with someone. And regardless of what they may feel, again, you're not in the same place that they still are.
Right.
And so you have to make sure that that the two of you are on the same page.
Right, no disrespect.
Right.
Like, they can't be disrespecting your relationship, talking about your, somebody's talking about Chutney and just roasting Chutney. That's just so disrespectful.
Right.
And so you have to be careful with that if you're going to deal with a person from the past, because jealousy is something else. And jealousy can cause the other person to say some horrible things about your relationship and try to sabotage your relationship, honestly, at the end of the day, or try to take you back and try to make you think of old things from the past to reel you back in. Especially ladies, you have to be really careful about that.
One other thing from communication, if I can go back there really quickly, is talking about the appropriate time to have that conversation with your significant other about the people from your past. That is something that you all are going to have to determine on your own. But for Corey and I, the time that we determined it was the most appropriate to have that conversation was right about the time that we were moving into being an official, committed, established couple in a relationship, one with titles and monogamy and all of that kind of thing. So
and we had a full honest discussion about this. I mean,
Right.
we had a full out discussion about individuals I talked to, what type of history I had with them. We actually talked about that.
because before then, those conversations weren't exactly necessary. They weren't even relevant, because I didn't want to, or he didn't want to necessarily cut off a good friendship from the past if the relationship with me was not going to work out. So
And so the final thing is trust. And you have to honestly trust that your significant other will make good choices.
Right.
I trust Chutney. Whenever talking to whoever, I trust that she's going to make a good choice. Why are you with a person you don't trust? And I trust her 100%. I don't care who she's talking to. It can be an ex that her last boyfriend or whatever. I trust her, and I think she trusts me.
But we always try to have those conversations in front of one another
Yes,
too,
yes.
to establish or to make the other person feel secure, and that kind of builds that trust even more.
Right.
I don't think it would take a jealous person to question if your significant other always has to go out
the
of
room.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on, right quick.
Exactly, and I'm not even a jealous person. Trust me, ladies and gentlemen, I am not a jealous person.
I'm jealous. Hey, you
but-
talking to another dude?
No, it's not. But even I would begin to question that.
Right.
To me, it just would not make sense. If he doesn't have anything to hide, then why can't that conversation be had in front of me? So there's some fine lines to walk, but it can definitely be done.
Right. And there's two things we want to leave you with if you choose to allow people from the past to still be in your lives. And the first is no reminiscing. You can't be reminiscing on things that happened in the past. Oh, you remember how we used to just kick it and hang? That's not conversations you should be having.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful with that. And what's the second point?
Not bringing someone around if you don't feel comfortable.
Oh yeah. It's a situation where if you're going to have somebody that you talk to, you should be able to actually bring them around your significant other. If you can talk to them on the phone, that should be someone you're comfortable enough to bring around in person. Like, I would feel comfortable bringing people that I still talk to on the phone around Chutney right now and have a conversation in front of Chutney with them. And they should be able to not, basically be jealous of our situation. Because if they're jealous of our situation in person, that means they're jealous of our situation on the phone. And so, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. Now, I was going to say, that doesn't mean you have to. Doesn't mean you have to.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't mean you have to bring the person around. Doesn't mean you have to invite them every, where, or go out to dinner. That's not what we're saying. We're just trying to say to use that as a gauge.
Right.
If you think that you could bring that person around your significant other, then that probably means that it's okay for you to talk on the phone with them.
And so we want to thank you for tuning in today. We really appreciate your love and support. So please tune in every Monday. We'll have these videos.
Yes.
So thank you for the love and the support.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.